Alright guys, here is my most recent purchase. It is a Specialized Hardrock from the year 2000, and what I'm going to be doing is restoring this thing and also doing some upgrades along the way. So my plan for this is to fit a suspension fork on this thing, and we're also going to be converting the threaded headset to a threadless headset, and then obviously there's going to be a bunch of just kind of mechanical stuff of replacing all these gear cables and brake cable housings, because as you can tell they're falling apart. But yeah, that is the goal, and might be changing this stem. I'll see if I can reuse it. I hope I can reuse it, but it does look like a very interesting design from Specialized. Might be doing a little bit of touch-up work too, just because we can see some rust in this paint, but overall this thing looks pretty cool. And yeah, so I hope to be able to get this thing up and running. The rear tire is also currently flat, so I'm gonna get some air in that thing. These brakes, these V-brakes, look like to be in pretty good condition, but yeah, so I'm also gonna be changing this seat because the seat is kind of disgusting. But yeah, so that is going to be the goal for today. We've got the front tire also going flat, so do have our work cut out for us, but no time like the present to get started. Alright guys, so a little update here is we've just got the handlebars off, the quill stem off. This was a very interesting design from Specialized. It's like they integrated the stem and the quill, but basically that just came right out. Then we've got our fork here, and I put the headset back in so you guys see how these headsets work, which is kind of cool. So you've got the bottom cup right here, you've got the crown race, and then you've got a seal to try to keep the grease in, and then you've got some bearings in there that basically sit, and that's how they slide. This part sits on the actual steer tube, or this head tube right here. And so I used this little homemade tool right here, which is definitely getting its use, to bang that out. And then we've got the top cup right here, and the bearings sit on this cup and or this cone, sorry, and then the bearings sit between the cone and the cup, and then you adjust your preload by dialing that down, and then you've got these spacers, and then your final top nut that holds the whole thing in place. So got all that off, and so that was pretty straightforward. I'm probably going to check these hubs just to make sure that they're in nice condition. Tires are really good. They don't have any wear in them and no cracks, so I'm liking what I see there. And now what I'm going to be doing is basically just cleaning up this inside here, put some grease in it, and I'm going to press in the new bearings for the threadless headset so we can get these in place. The other thing I'm noting along the way is the bottom bracket bearings feel pretty good, so that's nice. And then we've got this part back here, which is very dirty, but basically I'm just going to clean this up, and I'll throw this in some CLR or lacquer thinner, and we'll see how that does. Should clean it up nicely. And yeah, making pretty good progress here with the teardown, and I'm gonna start building this thing back up now too. Alright guys, it has been a long day, but we are finally getting this thing back together. We've got the new fork on it, we've got a new headset on it, we've got some spacers here. The wheel that was here from Lineman said 26 on the sticker, but it was not a 26-inch rim, so I didn't have a tire for it, so I had to go and swap it out for actual 26-inch rims. So now we've got this one, it's got a SRAM hub, and we've got the rotor transferred over, so that's cool. And then on the back wheel, I just took this thing apart, got the cassette back here cleaned up a little bit, cleaned the derailleur right in there as best as I could, took a pick, tried to get as much of the junk off of these wheels as possible, because they don't function that well if they've got a bunch of crap on them. So got that all cleaned up, and we've got our old headset off, and now I've got the I was able to transfer over the Specialized headset here, so things are looking really nice on that. Happy about that. And next up's going to be getting some shifters for this thing, and then we're also going to be putting on the handlebars, hooking up the brakes front and back, and then also the derailleur cables for the front and rear derailleur, and then getting these cables attached so we can begin having some working brakes. Also got a new saddle installed here. This is a black leather saddle, much nicer and cleaner than the one that came off, so I like that. And there are some little bits in this paint where the steel is beginning to rust just from paint chips, so I might come in here with some touch-up paint if I get a chance to do that. But yeah, this Cane Creek headset just looks really cool also. And then this blue thing right here is a lockout, so if you didn't want to have shocks, you would just flip this, but I'm going to leave them on because I like them on. And yeah, that's what it looks like. This new wheel has a nice hub, rolls really well, and then got a new quick release on that as well, so the quick release looks pretty nice. Tires are installed, and yeah, a lot of work for one day for me, but happy with it. I think this bike's coming along nicely, and looking forward to getting this thing up and rolling. So I have let the rusty bolts sit in CLR overnight, and I just wiped them off, and now I think they're looking a lot cleaner and less rusty than they were. Also did that with the top part of the stem, so now it's a lot cleaner. Also got the bars, and I took off the grips and the shifter and the brake levers. I might put them back on, but currently ordering some new ones. Yeah, we got these. And we've got our bike right here, so I will be reassembling this stuff, putting in the clean bolts in here, and see how it goes. Alright guys, and just like that, we've got this thing finished, and I really enjoyed taking this thing out. I took it around College Marin and up in those dirt roads, the fire roads and stuff, and this thing does fantastic. I ended up using the lockout feature on this a lot more than I thought I would. So when I'm on the roads, the actual asphalt, put it there and then turn it on that, and then you actually get a nice, really nice shock absorber that helps go over a lot of the rocks and stuff. And so the hard rock referred to this bike having a solid front fork, and now I guess you would call this the soft hard rock, because you can change it to whatever you like. But yeah, really like it. The disc brake is doing fantastic. This new wheel on the front's really amazing. Love it. These shifters are doing pretty good, and I also did a little thing that's my signature on these bikes, which is I put tape right there just so that it doesn't rub into the actual frame and the metal and the paint. But yeah, and then this rear V-brake has a lot of stopping power, and really enjoyed it. I was able to, hold myself back from crashing a few times. These pedals are really nice too, and I usually have like mountain bike, hiking shoes on, which really helps. But yeah, got all these cables all trimmed up, and they're all looking nice and pretty. And that derailleur's handling itself very well too. And yeah, was able to keep the original stem and handlebars from the bike, and we've upgraded the headset to some sealed bearings that are really smooth. And yeah, everything here is just a really nice upgrade. Specialized makes some really nice bikes, and then I put a little zip tie right there just to hold this thing against the frame to keep it from hitting the wheel. And yeah, grips are really nice too. These are not that expensive, and they're rubber, so they have a nice feel to them that I enjoy. The only problem is that they can kind of, swerve around a little bit, but for that, who cares? It's just, they do their job, they're nice, they're cheap, and then good seat. I got it set to my height, and yeah, everything on this thing's doing amazing. There are little chips in the paint here and there, but that's something I could probably touch up. But overall, this thing handled itself really well, and I'm really impressed with it, and I'm really happy I had a chance to get to work on this thing and fix it up. So thank you all for watching.